Oh, do the philosophers drool at this one. Spaceman revolves around Jakob, or Skinny Human. He's 186 days into his lone man spaceflight, which that sounds awesome and terrifying at the same time. You're by yourself, but also you're by yourself. He's heading towards this cloud, Chopa, which appeared suddenly 4 years, I guess, past in their time, and they're going to explore it. Along the way, he's dealing with a lot of, I won't say grief, but personal issues. His marriage is falling apart. His daughter's on the way, but he's not there. And it's a lot of midlife crisis stuff. Also, there's a giant fucking spider. Like, massive spider. It's huge. So right off the bat, let's talk about Adam Sandler and his performance as Jakob, the cosmonaut. First and foremost, Adam Sandler carries the majority of this film on his shoulders, as he's mostly left to share the film with a CGI spider, and man, that thing better be CGI.
Single. Kill it with fire!
Jakob leaves behind Lenka, played by Carey Mulligan, in a very good but short performance without much screen time. Their marriage has been rather rocky as of late. In Jakob's own words, "You tried so hard to get to know me, but I never truly tried to know you." Jakob's father was part of the Communist Party towards the end of its collapse, which brought along a lot of shame to Jakob and his family. He seeks glory. He wants to leave behind a legacy, but the legacy was the love he left along the way. Yes, I know that's corny, but that's also accurate. As Jakob nears Chopa, I don't want to call it solar storm, feels more like a space storm, Hanush appears in his ship, which, real quick, his ship feels like it can fall apart at any time. It looks terrifying, like it could break at any moment. Like, ugh. Hanush is a spider played and voiced by Paul Dano, and I really like him and the conversations he has with Jakob. He asks the obvious questions that Jakob doesn't really want to think about. And this is where the inner philosophy kind of kicks in. Why would you make a promise you know you can't keep? Why do you run from your mate, Skinny Human? Among other things, this movie has a real vibe of a cross between Interstellar, I Am Legend, The Sunset Limited, and Apollo 13. It has all those vibes. Being alone with your thoughts isn't always a good thing. When you have time to dwell, you begin to poke holes in your life, but is that human nature? And when they finally hit Chopa, the space cloud, Hanush begins to fade and die, but not before Jakob gives him some hazelnut spread in an attempt to comfort his friend. Are they friends? It's only been 3 days, and yet, somehow when you're so isolated for so long, he grew a bond. In the cloud, Jakob experiences everything. Time isn't linear. When he's in there, he jumps back and forth between memories, reliving his love for Lenka, and admonishing himself for leaving. He will come home. He must. I think there's a lot of interesting concepts in this film that aren't always fully explored. From their relationship feeling real but very movie to Lenka, the limited screen time that they had probably didn't do them many favors. I think I would like to have seen the birth of their daughter. Maybe Jakob meeting her for the first time could have done a lot. Maybe he gets home and they want to throw him this hero's parade, this hero's welcome, but all he wants to do is go to the hospital and meet his daughter. I think this is one of those occasions where showing more would have been a good thing. Jakob's journey is understandable, and it just feels like it's missing a lot of things. This movie's a B- for me. It's not bad, not by any stretch of the imagination. I just feel like there's a lot more questions, a lot more conversations that could have been had. I enjoyed myself. I watched it on Sunday morning. It just didn't feel full, if that makes sense. But what do you think? Go ahead and let me know down below. I'd greatly appreciate it, and we'll catch you on next time. We'll see everybody.